around here someplace. Stop there! Where's the exiled Duke and his family?
They've all fled to the mountains, I think.
After them!
Your Lordship, look. There they are, down there. We'll have to make a stand right here. Hurry! Hurry, everyone! Eleanor, look after Hector. Don't fire till you pick a man to shoot at. Hold on to your courage, for you and Hector both.
Careful, sir. They're closing in.
Find a hiding place for you and your brother. What's going on? What's all that smoke from?
The pirates got us. They killed everybody, even the old Duke.
They killed everyone.
Well, not everybody, I don't think. Hector!
Richard, the pirates killed Father, and I'm afraid poor Hector's been kidnapped.
We'll find him, Eleanor. I should have known Manfred would do something like this.
If they've taken Hector to sea aboard the pirate ship, I'll give up hope.
I promise you I'll destroy Manfred and put Hector on the throne where he belongs.
Oh, Richard, pray my brother has somehow been able to escape.
He has. I'm almost sure of it. And tomorrow I'll get the men and we'll take care of Manfred's pirates. Let's get out of here.
Your faithful servant, my Lord Duke. Did you succeed? Well now, my pirate friend, we are indeed fortunate. And now my Lord's power is full and complete.
Yes. With the old Duke dead, there is nothing to stop me. And his family?
The women will all be sold as slaves as usual. And the children?
Nero, our friend's reward. Show your pirates how wealthy you are. You may go. And keep your silence. Only you and I know about this. I put complete faith in you. The whole populace. Everyone will think that it was the pirate.
And of course, the people will be more inclined to accept your lordship's power as your legal right.
We've planned well, Nero. We've nothing more to fear.
Of course, your lordship's plans never fail.
Still sleeping off their drunk.
Attack! Let's get every one of them!
Some of you men stay aboard and clear these decks.
And I'll even watch batting. You know, one of them could be my grandmother.
My dear Eva.
When do you intend to keep your promise?
What promise troubles your little mind?
You know very well you're not being fair.
Now let me think. I think that I made you the promise that I would be the Duke. The Duke!
My lord, if memory serves me, your promise to Eva was something very special. That you would marry her.
But the countryside is still in mourning.
The pirates who killed the old Duke still have to be found. It wouldn't look right. You won't have to wait very long. But in the meantime, what more could you want? You have jewels, servants. Why can't you be patient, huh? Who goes there? Oh!
Give this to your master. A present to Manfred from the captain of the Black Hawk. Back to you safe and sound. You know you're going to lose this girl one day if you don't get around to proposing.
I'll propose to her sometime this summer. By then we should be rid of Manfred.
Maybe sooner.
He's the one with marriage on his mind.
It's so nice to see you again. I've been wanting to talk to you. Can we go someplace? Differently. You'll defeat Manfred. I'm sure of it. And when at last this tyranny is over, I'll prove to you just how happy you can be when you've married the right girl.
Eleanor.
Captain Richard!
Captain Richard, our messenger just arrived from Monteforte.
Come on. No privacy anywhere. Hercules, my #1 spy. What can you tell us about the enemy movements?
Captain, my superb spying under extreme peril has already disclosed that a shipment of weapons and munitions will reach Monteforte within 4 days, escorted by only about 20 soldiers whom we can dispose of easily.
You sure we can depend on this information?
Why, Captain, with me as your #1 spy, you get the best information available.
Well, I think our best chance is to overtake them on the road to Monteforte.
Suppose we spread it around that we're going to attack the convoy, and instead attack the castle.
Nope, by now Manfred knows we are determined to get him out of that castle. He would never leave his flank unprotected. Our best bet is to ambush that convoy. Now, here's what we could do.
I must compliment your lordship. The strategy is most clever. To provide our friends with so much information about an unguarded convoy.
I agree, Nero. We are most clever.
Now, if the good captain will only accept our invitation.
Oh, he will.
How nice for us. What a pleasant surprise for Captain Blackhawk when he discovers those wagons are filled with our best troops instead of the arms and munitions he hopes to liberate with his little ambush.
My dear friend, what a magnificent idea. Say, I do hope the captain will forgive me if I can't be there to personally supervise his demise. We're free to move ahead now.
I'm free to move ahead before morning. It shouldn't take you too long to catch up with us, just as soon as you get all your men together.
I'm sure I can meet you all right, but I think the women would be safest right here.
Yes. And when we get through, I'll give you the whole country of Monteforte.
Monteforte won't be safe for us until we completely wipe out Black Hawk and his pirates.
I thought you were listening to our plan.
But it's not a complete plan.
Complete?
What about the rest of his followers? The children, the women, the old ones? What about the men left to guard over them? Why not send troops to their camp and surprise them? Then with all of them wiped out, we'll never again have to worry.
Sometimes, my pet, you do have excellent ideas.
Now.
Manfred will be pleased with us. I see a few escaped, but I don't think we'll ever be bothered with them again. Move out! Let's get back to Monteforte.
Johnny and Richard will save us.
Yes, I'm not afraid.
Put the torch to everything that will burn. Assemble the women. I want to be back to Montfort before dark.
Johnny, you and Mark go back to the camp and bring the women here. We'll spread out about the city. Meanwhile...
But I say Manfred will give the women down.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath. Manfred isn't going to turn Black Hawk's women over to us until he uses them to make the Black Hawk give up.
He's right, but when you see the women Black Hawk had in his camp. The women!
Where are the women? Where are they? Tell me! Tell me!
Now what? Who is it?
Open up.
What do you want?
Would you be good enough to put me up for the night? I'd be very grateful.
You alone?
Yes, on a long trip. Of course, I'd be willing to pay you for it.
Let him come in.
All right. We were just eating. You can join us. It's nothing fancy, but it's good food. Boy, get another plate for our guest.
Now, if you'll please tell me what the price is.
Please, please, relax and enjoy your supper. We'll talk about money later. To discuss it while eating can give a poor man indigestion.
You'll feel better if I pay you.
As you wish.
I do wish it. Then you won't worry. This should do it. 1, 2, 3.
I have one just like this.
Sit down, boy. Eat.
Here, mind if I see that? Where did you get this?
It's mine.
It was on him when we found him.
You just found this boy on your doorstep?
Oh, we found him one night, hiding under the back porch. He was famished and just about scared to death. He didn't seem to have any family, so my husband and I just brought him in, and he's been with us, just like our own boy ever since. Now you run off to bed like a good lad.
She's made you a bed over in front of the fireplace. Good night.
Good night, and thanks.
lordship Manfred, Duke of Montfort, is pleased to announce to his beloved citizenry that the pirate scourge has been brought to an end.
And the pirate chieftain, known to his friends as Captain Blackhawk, has been defeated and remains in hiding, while the women of his camp are imprisoned at the castle. Unless the pirate surrenders by the next dawn, the women will be executed.
According to plan.
Let go of me.
Tie him up. Captain, you amaze me. Your presence here fills me with thoughts of valor.
Good, maybe some of it will rub off.
Ah, you sound bitter. I wonder, what reason could you possibly have to be bitter? You delivered yourself to me of your own free will. Ah, the ladies of the pirates' den. Those poor, misguided souls who have attached themselves to the rebel scum. There before you is the last of your rebels.
Oh, Richard, why did you do this?
Well, if I'm going to marry that right girl, I can't allow her to be executed.
Well, if it isn't my dear cousin Eleanor. A pirate's wench. But this makes the whole thing simpler. Having you here in the castle will give my reign over Monteforte a certain poise. And you can also be sure that the people will appreciate the fact that you are now a member of my court.
I know you hold it cheaply, but you made a bargain with me and you've got to stick to it.
You must see that I'd be of no use to you in your court.
Nonsense. But you can pick one companion from among these ladies here. Take your choice. Splendid. You will all be present at the execution tomorrow. After which, I will give you to my soldiers. Mind you appreciate your good fortune. Now get them out of here. Quickly!
No, not her. You pig, you promised to set the women free. If you harm her, I swear I'll cut your heart out. If I have to come back from the grave to do it.
You can forget about your pirate sweetheart, because now you belong to me. That's the way you've treated me since you were a child. Pretending I was a court clown who didn't count. Now I could have you killed if I snapped my fingers. Do you understand now who has the power?
Do I intrude? If I do, I can come back later. If you wish to be alone.
Nero! Nero! Put her back in the dungeon.
Do you find that woman interesting?
Don't be absurd. She interests me only because she's the daughter of the old Duke of Montfort.
I find that hard to believe since she's supposedly dead.
No, she managed to escape the pirate raid. But now I would like to make friends with her.
I see.
Oh, do you really? Then you will have to admit that as the daughter of the old Duke, she has the sympathy of the people. However, if I could get her on my side, it would increase my power, wouldn't it?
Perhaps you should marry her.
And why not?
Am I all through?
Will you quit being ridiculous? This is just a political move. It's you I'm in love with. You ought to know that. But if I were to marry Eleanor, it would be only for a short while. We could wait. In a few months, the new Duchess would disappear mysteriously, for good.
Excuse me.
Rochelle, why do you intrude like this? A silk merchant I've been expecting for some time has just arrived, so I always want to make myself more beautiful for you. By your leave.
I'm glad that you could come.
Who are you? And what is the meaning of this medal?
Her.
Go out and wait for me.
I hadn't expected you to be so beautiful.
Was it to pay me compliments that you asked me to come?
No, not quite that. I'll tell you why I sent for you.
I'm listening.
Hector is in Monteforte. The legitimate heir of this dukedom is alive and in my hands, and he can also be in yours, but under certain conditions.
Like what?
I'll tell you frankly. I'm just about sick of causes like the Blackhawks, of being hooked up to crusaders who can't possibly win. And now my big opportunity's dropped right into my hands. But if Manfred got hold of him, I'm afraid the little Duke couldn't give you and me much help. But let's say the legal heir was in your command. You could fully dominate Manfred.
Perhaps. Even more so since Hector's sister is living in the castle.
Eleanor?
Ha! Evidently you haven't been in such close touch as you thought you'd been. She was picked up when your camp was raided. Manfred's been wooing her, but the poor boy has been frustrated by a lack of enthusiasm at the thought of marrying him.
Well, now, that throws a new light on things. Manfred wants control over the people. But if it were to become known that we have Hector, the real Duke of Monteforte, hidden away where there's no possible chance of his falling into the hands of Manfred, we would appear as the saviors and the protectors of the rightful ruler, with the gratitude of Eleanor.
But why do you say we?
Because we will work together. Because we need each other.
And what about Manfred?
We'll dispose of Manfred soon enough. We don't want the timing to be wrong. No one will stand in our way too long. Hector and his sister will be next.
Then we'll be the absolute rulers.
With complete legality. You as the Duchess of Monteforte, and I the Duke. Because young Hector will sign the decrees just before he disappears.
Next. Have you changed your mind? Well, all right then. But I warn you, Eleanor. Unless you do as I wish, the same thing could happen to you.
Oh, look, it's Johnny.
Careful, don't give me away.
Johnny.
Your Lordship. Please forgive me, but this is the first opportunity I've had to warn you. Eva's about to betray you. I followed her last night, as you instructed. She met with a pirate rebel. It appears that the old Duke's son, Hector, is still alive. Even this defected pirate planned to use the boy to overthrow your power and then set themselves up as Duke and Duchess.
Those things, let go of the right one. Come on, let's go.
Please, Mother of God, see they don't fail.
Close behind us.
Let me take care of that one, all right?
Hercules, let them get past you before you try it.
Don't worry. Go meet him. Let's go.
I just found out Hector's alive.
Hector's alive, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, but Eva's got hold of the boy. I'll explain later.
Here comes Manfred's guards. Looks like they're ready to fight here. Split up. Reserve both players.
Quit worrying. Come on, relax. That's better. In just a few days, you'll be the Duchess.
Move up.
What a charming love scene. I wouldn't try it. You're completely surrounded. Come on, he's just one man. Run him through. Search this place, and be quick about it. You, where are you hiding that boy? Speak up.
I don't know. I swear it.
Here he is. We found him.
My respects, my lord. I hope you haven't been too frightened by all this. Escort him to the castle at once. See that he's treated courteously by order of the Duke. You may go. I'll be out in a few minutes.
And you are about to see why. You are going to marry me willingly. You'll even become a dutiful wife.
Hector! Eleanor! My brother! Eleanor! You're alive! Are you all right, dear? Oh, Eleanor! Yes, I'm all right. I'm fine. I got away from the pirates. Oh, it's so good to see you.
My little brother, you're alive.
No! Where are you taking me? Eleanor!
Wait!
Relax. No one's going to hurt him.
Please, Manfred, bring him back. He's so little. He has no one. He's alone. He's just a poor, frightened boy. Let me care for him. Will you?
First answer me. Are you going to become the new Duchess? Or am I to order once and for all time your brother's final disappearance?
So this is your bargain. You've won. I'll marry you.
You won't regret it.
Well, that's my point. Wouldn't you try to prevent the wedding from taking place if you were the Black Hawk? And we all ought to help him put Manfred in a dungeon where he belongs.
We can't stand by and see her forced to marry the man who murdered her father.
Count of Positano. The Baron Valviciola. The Marquis Caraccioli. The Count of Terracina. For the Ambassador of France.
Well, it's all the wedding invitations. I wish I could be sure about the Ambassador of France.
My lord, don't you think the Black Hawk must know about the wedding plans by now?
He does if he's in Monteforte. However, I'm not mollified by his silence. Put on a double guard for the wedding. Oh, and Nero, tell the palace chaplain I want to see him in my quarters. Now.
To the Duke's forthcoming wedding. You're out of luck if you're looking for money.
Quiet, you runt, or I'll lose my temper.
It's an invitation, all right.
Hide him up.
A wedding invitation to the ambassador of France. I've got an idea. The French ambassador has never been to Monteforte, and I don't think this wedding's enough to bring him. Now, Manfred has never seen this ambassador.
I wish tomorrow would never come. In a few hours, I'll be married to him.
Have courage, Eleanor. Richard and Johnny will be here. You know you won't have to go through with this. They wouldn't let you.
Perhaps. But it's difficult to believe they'll be able to do anything about it. Don't forget, we must think first about Hector.
May I come in? You look most radiant. It is my pleasure to inform you that our wedding has been advanced to this evening.
This evening? But it's tomorrow.
Right you are, my dear. All those invitations I sent were for tomorrow's reception. Nobility will be with us, and the people of Monteforte will feast to all hours. But the ceremony that unites us in marriage will already be over, only in secret.
And the purpose of this?
Being quite honest with you, I'm not completely convinced that we've seen the last of your former friends, or that they might not try to interfere. Providing, of course, they're still alive and haven't left Monteforte with their tails between their legs. Now prepare yourself for the ceremony. And remember, your brother will not pass under your protection until after this evening. And not 1 hour sooner. By your leave.
This evening, what shall I do?
Do you consent to take the Duke of Montfort here present as your lawful husband?
Yes.
Ego coniungo vos in matrimonio in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Wait for me in the bridal apartment. I've looked forward to this evening with much anticipation, so you needn't be afraid that I'll keep you waiting too long.
May I extend my best wishes?
Certainly. How kind of you. Well, Nero, do you suppose any bridegroom ever had a brighter future?
My lord has earned this bright future by planning for it. My compliments, sire.
Till tomorrow, Nero.
What am I to do now? We've got to figure something out.
Let's try to get out of the castle.
It's impossible to get away. Manfred has us too well guarded.
Just the same, we must try something. Even if it's just for tonight, pretend you're ill, or we could hide you. Listen to me. You know Richard would rather be dead than have you become that man's wife. You must not spend the night with Manfred.
What can I possibly do, Stella? You know he'll be here any minute.
If he'd waited until tomorrow, we'd be all right. I'm positive in my heart that Richard and my Johnny will find a way to save us. So have faith. I just thought of something.
Well, this is a much more pleasant scene than I expected to find here. Have you had a change of heart?
Well, a change of vision, at least.
Tell me, to what do you attribute this change?
I suppose it was Stella. She and my little brother. They proved to me that with all these beautiful surroundings, all this, we'd be able to live here together in peace. If I expected more, I'd be foolish.
But that's precisely what I've been telling you, my dear. And have you really discovered that I was right all along?
You might say that. More wine?
Yes. We'll drink one more toast to our wedding night. A toast. I drink to a perfect marriage. Come, my dear. Drink up.
Wait. Not yet.
Come here.
Did the drug wine work? I was afraid it wouldn't take effect.
France will really be here? And I wonder what's keeping the Duke. Ask my sister if I can't play outside.
His Most Excellent Lordship, the Extraordinary Ambassador to the King of Sovereign France.
The Ambassador of France, my Lord Duke.
The Ambassador of France. He accepted the invitation. I didn't think he would. My Lord Ambassador, my house is honored by your presence.
The honor is mine, dear friend. Allow me to present to you Father Jacan, my confessor, who is never away from my side. And these are the gentlemen of my suite.
Welcome, my lord. The Duchess of Montfort. My dear, the Ambassador of France.
Accepts the homage of the King of France.
Your Excellency, I must beg you to forgive me. It's been almost too much for her with the wedding and...
Stay close to Hector, Stella.
You're a fine young man. Your sister must be happy to have you with her.
Hector, kiss the Reverend's hand.
That's fine, son. The men have the ship waiting for us. There's a carriage in the courtyard. Act normally and follow me. I love you.
Blackhawk is the devil in person. Let's go. We'll get the women. This way. You, that way.
Get out that way. Let's hide in here. Maybe we can escape later.
The door. Well, how cleverly you have outsmarted me. In your present sanctuary, how will I ever get you out? Well, I hope you like the room you picked, because it will soon be your coffin, a sealed tomb for all of you, even you, Eleanor. You deceived me, and you'll die too, all of you. You'll all die right where you're standing. Nero, now you're all going to die like rats. I trust the water is the right temperature. And now, adieu.
Even he won't understand like this.
Manfred! Manfred! You must save the child! I implore you! Manfred! Manfred!
others? Manfred caught on before we could get out. Johnny and the others tried to escape with the women, but they never got out of the castle. We've got to go back and storm the walls. This will be the last clash with Manfred. I want you to go into town and get every man who will fight with us. Let's go! Can't let them leave Montfort. They found Nero. All right, you blood-sucking weasel. Where's Manfred?
I don't know. He disappeared. I swear it. I don't know where he is.
of Monteforte shall rule in his rightful place and shall assume the title of Duke of all the lands of Monteforte.